Good morning, traders. It's me, Bob Peterson, Super, William, JC, Bob Smith, Chad, who loves lunatic. Mr. Rodriguez. Not seeing much happening this morning. Dollar Pro, Bill VW. Hopefully something starts moving here soon. Good morning, Naveen, Jim Smith. Yeah, it's looking pretty quiet. Maybe we'll get one. We'll see. Good morning, Flo. Good morning, David. If you're new here, we'll be watching this column here. This script has been looking back for the last 30 minutes for any stock that might be moving. Hopefully it'll become active. It's pretty dead right now. And we also monitor the volume spike column. We like to see these stocks work their way up to the top and this volume spike take off and be right up there beside the number. As the stock increases in volume and buyers and sellers, it'll rise to the top. So we'll be watching at market open for that to happen. Good morning, Gregster, Yolanda, Dana, Backroad. Double Dare. And we're off. Let's see what happens here. I see the SPY immediately falling. Let's see what we got here. 37 cents, CEI. Watching this volume, as soon as we see something here go immediately to this current volume bar, we like to see lots of volume so we can get in and out safely. If that volume is not there, it's not a safe entry. And it's currently dead. It may move, the buyers may come in. SPY is still going down. Must not have been any news this morning. If there was news, we'd see it right here in this column. It would be spiking away. Good morning, Fire Medic, Randy, James. Come on, give us something. At least buy us lunch. Morning, Skips, David. GG. I don't know if y'all watched yesterday's market, but it was pretty red. It was awful. SPY still going down. Good morning, Sandra, Chad, Mimi. Yeah, when the market's like that, it's best just to sit on your hands and wait. The odds are against you at that point. It's kind of like this morning. I'm seeing the SPY falling and nothing active at pre-market open. Good morning, EJ. If you're new here, I'll do a walkthrough about 6:30. Let's get through this market open and maybe hopefully we can buy beans to go with our rice tonight. We'll see. Little bit of move here on MGRX. Not seeing a whole lot of volume. Maybe they're coming in. Keep your eye on this current bar volume. That'll be this bar. It is bullish as indicated here. That's measuring this candle. But we do have sellers outnumbering the buyers in the overall market. That's why you pay attention to labels, especially these labels. You're just popping in, you don't know what's going on. We're watching this momentum column. It's been monitoring the market over the last 30 minutes for anything that might be moving. Once it finds one, it gives it a score. The more it's moved, the higher the number. And we like to watch these volume spikes kick in. Of course, we like to see them kick in bullish, not bearish. Once that happens, the stock starts moving up to the top, or it just starts at the top like this one. SFR, cheaper penny stock. Coming over to this volume bar, we're looking at the volume flying. We do have sellers outnumbering the buyers. It is bearish. Little hopeful activity. That was about it for that. So we don't go searching for stocks. We have a pre-market scanner that we set up. And we wait for the stocks to come to us. If they're going to move, they're going to appear in this list. Good morning, Bob Smith. Good morning, Dusty. The SPY is still falling. Enjoy your coffee while we wait. Good morning, Ford. Thank you for that message. That's good advice. Never stop learning, negative or positive market. Keep learning. When all this negativity goes away, you'll be glad you were here every morning. LLAP at 88 cents, moving up a little. Volume's not too impressive. SPY, SPY. Yeah, I get confused. Sometimes I do say sky is falling, and it feels that way. I think they go together, really. List is getting a little bit longer, so more stocks are moving. They're just not moving in our favor yet. That's why I like playing pullbacks. If you get that first initial run and jump in and get that big red candle, playing a pullback eliminates that. So if you wait for it to run up and then it'll relax and pull back a bit, The second run is the one you want to catch. It always seems to be a bigger run than the first run. That's why I don't mind waiting. Sometimes you miss them, sometimes they keep going, but if they're that strong, maybe you can take a shot at it and gamble a little. I don't gamble very much, but I have in the past. I don't like chasing green candles. They're always a disaster. LLAP. Pretty quiet at the moment, nothing happening whatsoever. We're patiently waiting for these columns to fire up. That's all we need to do. Once they do, that's when we get our stock play. No sense in going searching because it's already searching for us. Nothing's moving. SPY is continuing to fall. Good morning, Greg Huntsman. And XTP, a little bit of movement here. Let's see where it goes. Currently 73 cents. Looks like we may get a few pennies out of it. I did not buy it. I don't buy cheap stocks like this. Only on occasion. That's how easy it is to find them. You just wait on the bullish signal to kick in. It's already was listed up there. Got in and on it early. It was down here as soon as it kicked in. It's only paying out pennies. So this is how we would normally see a stock. It'll make that first initial run up. It'll pull back. and then it'll run up again. I'm not saying this stock will do that, but that's exactly what we look for, is that pullback area. And hopefully that would be an entry point for the next run up. Kind of hard to predict that on a cheap stock with low volume. But in a high volume situation, it's really easy. So if this stock is strong after this sell-off, that's the guys taking profit. They got in early. If it's strong, it'll run up again and pull more interest into it. Other people will find it and help drive it up. Looks like we're into that second run. Just like I predicted, it happens every time. So you get the first initial run, then you get the profit takers that got in early or was sitting on it for months hoping to get out of the hole. They take their profits, and then more people think it's going to run up, and they come and find it, and there we go. There's that bigger second run I was talking about compared to this first one. Don't know what that red line is. Get that out of there. Might have been something I was practicing on. So that was a beautiful pullback play. That's what we're going to be doing every time we get one over here. Good morning, Greg R. Let's see if we get that third run up. The third one is rare if it happens. So we're getting profit takers again. The pickings are so slim this morning, they may find this one, thinking it's the only one going up, and they would be correct in that scenario. Maybe hopefully driving it up for that third run. But like I said, it's rare. Good morning, Danish. Good job, Super. I didn't want to tie up a bunch of money for 3 or 4 cents or a nickel, whatever we got out of it, 10 cents. Hopefully we'll get a runner at 7 o'clock that's worth it. Good job, Bob. So this may be the possible or impossible third run up. Let's see if we can get through the high of the body of these candles. Of course, we made it through those. We did have a pullback to here. We had a pullback to here. I would rather it seen it pull back all the way to 76 cents. But sometimes that doesn't happen and it'll take off about midpoint. But like I said, that third run is pretty much non-existent in most stocks. It does happen on occasion. Looks like the run is over for that one. Don't forget to hit the like button on this stream. Let YouTube know that I'm doing fairly good over here. And they put me out there a little bit more. Good morning, Raphael. So far, just one stock running up for about a dime. If you could have captured the whole dime. Looks like we may try another run here. Don't chance it unless it breaks through that upper line. And wait for the pullback of that line. Those are the latecomers. Guys that are saying I should have been watching it. Good morning, Melanie. Good morning, Stephen. Good morning, Ruth. We're not having much to choose from this morning. We had this one little stock, about a 10-cent run. Was an extremely easy play, but not very strong. So if you're new here, I am Ricky Gaspard. I'm a guy who trades from his home office. I've been trading since 1990. I'm also a ThinkScript coder, and I write my own scripts. And I recently, over the last 6 months, decided to start giving them away, helping out other investors that were struggling, show them a simple way to buy and sell stocks, and it seems to be working out for everyone. My first script that I coded was this V-spike indicator, and it tracks volume as far as negative and positive volume. So it's counting the volume as it's going up and counting the volume as it's going down, and it gives us a percentage score. So we like to see green and bullish up beside one of these numbers that tells us, hey, this stock is taking off, like this one just previously did. Once we see that spike over here, we watch for a crossover of the moving averages. This is the 5 and this is the 13. Once they cross over, these spike arrows will pop in, and they'll be indicated by a bullish signal up here, which is monitoring the current candle always. So it was monitoring each candle as this stock was moving with the signal. We always watch for volume, make sure we have enough volume in the current bar to get in and get out safely. We're also monitoring the overall volume of this stock, and we'll know if there's more buyers or more sellers in this stock. So to put it simple, we see the spike, we click on it, we quickly can confirm we have the crossover and the arrows bullish and bullish. We wait for a pullback and we make our decision to buy. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, I'll put the link in the chat. Watch the videos on my YouTube channel. There's some old ones and some new ones. Watch all of them. They all contain valuable information. You'll be able to see how we grew from one indicator to the next. And we're pretty much at a peak. I've got accomplished what I wanted to accomplish, the simple way to find these stocks and an easy way to trade them. Like the videos, comment on the videos, let YouTube know what kind of a job I'm doing. It also lets me know what kind of a job I'm doing. Beneath each video is a link to Discord. It's located in the description of the video. Join our Discord and head on over to the how-to videos and watch videos 8 and 9. There's the link to our Discord. Videos 8 and 9, if you're unfamiliar with Discord, it'll give you a briefing about Discord, where things are located. It's also a video on how to install these indicators, scripts, and labels. Visit our trading floor where there's Gregster and River Place Dad doing their due diligence on stocks. They post quite a few stocks during the day when the market allows, and they do a good job at it. You may want to pay them a visit. Also have the Options Traders channel, where we have It's Me Bob. I think he's currently in a conference. I don't know. That's what I'm picking up from his comments. But when he's available, he's on the channel and he holds a live stream when there's enough participants to get you a little bit deeper into options trading. We also have Large Cap channel and Futures channel. So Discord is just a bunch of chat rooms. We call them channels, but each one is a different chat room. Visit those chat rooms and get to meet other investors. There's over 1,400 in there. Not all of them are trading, but some of them are. I guess a lot of them are sitting on their hands through these hard times. Or maybe they're just learning. Never trade off of my screen. My screen can be sometimes delayed 10, 5, 15 minutes. I can't control YouTube. It's currently running a couple of seconds at the moment. I appreciate you joining us this morning as we sit here and watch for stocks to move. Good morning, blessed girl. Good morning, Tony. Good morning, Robert Pro. Yeah, if you get into the live stream and your screen is blurry, just get out of the live stream and get right back in. Usually clears up the blurriness. The SPY is still headed south, which is down if you didn't know that. So it's not looking good yet this morning. Our next possible chance of stocks running up will be at the top of the hour, which would be 7 a.m. Central Time. Hopefully we'll see something run up then. For now, enjoy your coffee as we wait on numbers to pop up in this column. See you later, Fire Medic. Have a blessed day. I am not. I am using the DuckDuckGo browser. This weekend, I plan on wiping this system completely out. I've had enough of Windows 11 and its crashes and its spying and its everything else. I'm going to load it up with a Linux system. I have 2 other computers plus a server running on Linux. I don't ever have any issues with them. So I'm going to convert to 100% Linux. Good morning, Alex Tan. So hopefully everything goes smooth through the weekend and I'm back up by Monday. I should be. I already do trading on one of my other Linux systems. Only concern I have is the multiple monitor feature in Linux. I hope it's supported. They say it is, but how many monitors will it support is the question. I'm seeing one pop up here, the ALT. It's moving around, not necessarily popping up. Looks like it done had a big spike and it's pulled back. That was 5 minutes ago. So there may be nothing left here. Normally it would be within the next couple minutes we would see it shoot up. I've got 5 monitors running. Four 27-inch and the screen on the laptop that's running all these monitors. I'm pretty familiar with Linux systems. I've been doing that for years as well. I don't think I'll have any issues. I probably will be up in a couple of hours. MGRX, a little bump up here. And we have the pullback. Let's see if it'll run up again. There's that second run up. Let's see if it can continue. The entry would have been down here, though I'm late on it. Good morning, Jimmy. It is running up. Good morning, Harry. It's late to get into this one. Do not attempt it. Thank you, JC, for bringing that to my attention. I didn't look down fast enough. Volume's coming back in. I don't know if it's negative or positive. It keeps popping in and out here. It's probably pretty much equal. So you can see buyers and sellers clicking back and forth. So what this label's doing for you down here is it's counting the volume as the stock is rising, and it's counting the volume as the stock is falling, and it's calculating the differences if there's more buyers or more sellers. It's not actually counting orders. It's counting volume up and volume down, which would basically be the same as orders, but in volume format. But I don't call it orders. I call it negative and positive volume. Being calculated within the script. So this would be the pullback area right here. If this stock's going to make another run up, this is where the entry would be. I would not count on a third run up, but it could happen. And we would mark the top of this body of the candle right here. It may run right back up to this level here, but then run into resistance like it did here. So there's not very much in there, 8 cents. And that would be providing you got in on that line. But the odds of that happening are rare. That would be a third run up. Thank you, Stone Cold, for that information. I have not changed over yet. The SPY is making a little bounce here. Don't know if it will hold. I know yesterday was a bloodbath. Negative all day long. I think if you click setup at the top and save the workspace as, and you can name it whatever you want, that maybe you can just click setup again and reload the system. Ruth, I do not. If it doesn't benefit everybody, and I haven't tested it over weeks, I don't put any code out. If I got into personal scripts, I wouldn't have a life anymore. I'd be so busy. I get asked that question all the time. And I don't see where a person needs much more than what's here on your screen. I mean, I've been at it for 33 years, so this is where we need to be, is this current setup right here. Going up a little bit here. So it did take a break. And this was the entry level. I think with these two scans, this pre-market scan and this all stock scan, which is basically, this scan is actually nothing but the price that you want to trade. There's no filters whatsoever on this scan. There's only one price filter, and that's the after hours trading that ThinkorSwim provides. That's the only script that's in this one. We just need to rely on these numbers and watch the stocks pop up. I think all of the other scans, every time I see another scan fire up, it's actually right here in the all stocks as well. So do we really need all of those scans? I've been watching that to see if that's true or not. If it is, I'll get rid of most of them. I'll leave them on Discord, of course, for those who want to learn. But if it pops up on another scan that's scanning with some other filters and it's also in all stocks, I don't see any reason to have another scan. We have about 11 minutes before 7 o'clock. Maybe some news will come out then. Now's a good time to go refresh the coffee. Or maybe your cold drink. I don't know what time zone you're in, what country you're in. It may be lunchtime as far as I know. I don't know. MGRX bouncing up and down a few pennies. Thank you, Gregster. Not seeing it in the list yet, so we'll let them interpret that news. If it's good news, that stock will pop up right up here. MGRX is channeling at the moment, or consolidating, or squeezing, whatever term you want to use. I like to see them bumping this resistance level. That tells me that the next run could possibly be up. This one's bumping the bottom support level. It could pull down even further. About 7 more minutes to go before the top of the hour. As we patiently wait. If you're new here, I'll do a walkthrough at 7:30. That's my next introduction. Right now, we're watching this column. This momentum indicator has been tracking stocks for the last 30 minutes and giving them a score if they're moving. And when the buyers come in, this volume spike kicks in and lets us know if they're selling it off or buying it. So we're watching these two columns for the next play. Robert, they come with the script when you load it. You can find all of this in current setup on Discord. But this is coded into the script, the moving averages and this labels up here. And the arrows is all coded in, and it's the 5 EMA and the 13. Those are the best EMAs for day trading and scalping, or options, or futures. It gets you in quicker and out quicker. and an 8 and 21. Sometimes I'll even occasionally change this to 3 and 8. You have to be really quick. Bob, are you talking about the lines on the chart here, the support and resistance lines? So you go to your drawing tool. Since my screen is scrunched, yours is not. Yours probably says drawing up here. Mine has a $sign. You click on it, go to drawing tools, and it's the second one with the $sign here. You click on it, and then you just have to double click on your chart once you get it set. For instance, there, you would double click and it'll post a line. If you want to change the line format, put your mouse right on the line and go to Edit Properties. And down here you can change the style, the thickness of the line, and the color. And once you get this set, save it as default, and you won't have to go back and change it again. And I just leave it on the mouse. As the stock is performing, I'm marking out the levels. Yeah, you can extend these lines left and right as well in that setup. So if I go back over here to properties, you can see where it's left extension on, right extension on. That'll make the line go far left and far right. And if you want to put a line up there on a specific price and you click it and you miss that price, you can actually enter that price right here. And then click OK, and it'll be exactly on that price. I never seen a reason to be that specific, but some people do. So if you didn't know, you can find that price easy without guessing it. If you just touch a candle, if you watch right here, you can see if I touch this candle, it tells you the high and the low of that candle. Or this candle. These numbers change right here according to where your mouse is. All right, it's 7 o'clock. Let's see if we can get something to kick in here, some news to come out. Hopefully the list grows a little bit longer and stocks become more active. Look like the SPY has bounced off the bottom, but not really climbing at the moment. This is ALT. Let's see where it goes. It's been running flat, squeezing, channeling, whatever you want to call it. RNAZ making a move. Got to watch both watch lists. This one was not up here, but it did take off here. So that would be the high. This would have been the pullback. You'd have had to have been pretty quick. If you're chasing pennies, that's the stock for you. If you miss this run up, the next play would be when it pulls back to 40.4063 to see if it runs up again for that second run. So we did pull back down. It did bounce off of this support level. Good possibility it could go up for a few more pennies. And it did. I hope you're observing how well this works, paying attention. You get this mastered, you'll be a gold miner when the market turns around, or when you find a good stock, you'll know exactly what to do. Pulling up a little bit more, that's more people finding the news. Volume is quite low, though. It's not really a lot of buyers coming in. Some profit takers up here, the ones that got in lower. This is now becoming a support level. Running up a little bit more. So if it was me, I wouldn't be greedy. If I got in somewhere down here, I would already be out of this stock because I know it doesn't have much more in it. And if it run up further, I would take a second position and be clean and clear and take the profit while you can. Good morning, Coach. If you're not aware, all of these live streams are pre-recorded and they are available for reviewing after the live stream. So if you ever want to refer back to the morning opens, you can do that on each of those live streams. If you're new here, I'll do an introduction about 7:30. Every morning we meet here and trade together. We have quite a few new people, quite a few regulars. It's always a pleasure to do this with everyone. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. Help YouTube buy me some coffee for tomorrow. You are welcome, Double Dare. It's a pleasure to have you with us. So I believe I did get the ticket support thing working last night. So if you want to submit a support ticket, when you click ticket support, you also must click the ticket number on the window that pops up, and then you can comment. Just remember, it's a 2-click procedure. You click the icon, ticket support, another window will pop up. Click the ticket number, and you can create a support ticket. Our NAZ moving up a little bit more here. Once you join Discord, you can find these files over in Current Setup. That's where all the updated scripts will always reside. Good job, back road. Good morning, Jay Showers. RNAZ still trying to get up there. I see another level popping in. We must have played this stock before. So this will be a resistance level. It should bounce off of it. It could break through. Good morning, Casey. And there is that resistance. So we did play it in the past. So it must have pulled way back down to these lower levels that we set this morning, and it's recovering now. Go look at a 15-minute chart and see what's happened in the past. Yeah, it looks like it's fell from up here to down here, and now we're coming back up to that level. Always zoom out on a 15-minute chart and look at the past history of a stock. You could be buying into something that's been falling for a year and may just be a little bump up before the next fall. So always look at the bigger picture. So that level did become resistance. I didn't put it there. It was previously there. That tells you that these lines are good for a long time. So once you get them marked out, just leave them on the chart for the next time you play the stock. Good job, Sonia. See you later, Dana. Thank you for joining us. I am not using Heiken Ashi candles. These are the candles that comes with ThinkorSwim. No trend candles, nothing like that. I'm watching the column here to see if anything pops in and starts rising. I'm seeing the numbers popping in, but the numbers are not rising. I'm not worried about checking them unless this percentage starts gaining. I think when you come here every morning and you've watched this system work, you soon realize you don't really need anything but the price over here. Really don't need these moving averages and arrows, but you do need these support and resistance lines. And you could actually just put in the lines and monitor these two columns and trade. These are just confirmation for me that I'm making the right decision. They do help, don't get me wrong. But you could actually trade with no indicators and just the price. PXMD slowly trickling up and pulling back and trickling up. Very low volume. Watching some more numbers come in here. RNAZ, we've been on that one before. PXMD, cheaper penny stock. I won't be taking a position. Not seeing some real strong pullbacks here, just profit takers as it continues to move up. It's already up almost 80%. Melanie, of course, we use it all day long. Problem is the market's been dying at 9 a.m. So once we get past the morning rush, there hasn't been hardly anything to trigger. We need the negativity out of the market. There's only one way that's going to happen, but we can't get into that. Yeah, I've had many new subscribers say they're not working, they're not working, they're not moving, the numbers are not doing anything. Well, we didn't have a market for them to move. You got to have a market that's moving for an indicator to work. So the amount of subscribers per day is increasing slowly. I think we had 34 join us yesterday in a 24-hour period. It's always happy to see those numbers rising. The more people I can help, the happier I am. And I'm sure the happier they are. You've probably never seen anything like this before, and it's because I'm a coder and I created it. It's not something you're going to find in ThinkorSwim. You have to join the Discord and head over to current setup to get this current setup. PXMD moving up a little higher. Sonia, my buy and sell buttons are buy the ask and sell the bid. And I also have auto send checked, so I don't have to do a 2 or 3 step order process. So when I click buy the ask, it's instantly giving me a position. When I sell the bid, hopefully it instantly gets me out. Good morning, Broke Joe. PXMD with a steady climb. JC called it out again. While I'm rattling my jaw and talking about stuff off the wall, JC is actually trading. He's watching, he's paying attention. That's what everyone should be doing. I know, JC. I got to give you some brownie points. Come on now. It's all about us, not about me. I'll take the credit for writing the scripts, but you take the credit for being a trader, a profitable trader. That's the focus here. PXMD still moving up. Nice little angle. I'm not a penny player, so those of you who did been watching it and trading it, good luck. Bob, you got that right. So if you're scared of chatting, break the ice. It's okay. You can chat in the box. We're all brothers and sisters. Join us on Discord once you learn. Help us help others. That's the focus. The list is getting a little longer. That tells me a few more stocks are starting to move. So if you can catch them down low, you have a good chance of running up the whole thing from the bottom to the top. And that can happen if you start clicking from this lower number and work your way up. PXMD still rising, currently up 131%. Dusty, I changed my names. You probably do have the correct ones. I'm trying to crunch in a bunch of things in one little square area, and I have to shorten the names to be able to do that. So you can call them what you want. You just right click on them, edit formula, and you can rename it right here if you want to shorten your columns as well. You may want to call it VS. Right, let me get this last introduction done. I am Ricky Gaspard. I'm a guy who trades from his home office. I've been trading since 1990 on ThinkorSwim. So I've got about 33 years on the platform. I'm also a ThinkScript coder, and I code my own scripts. You won't find these in ThinkorSwim, but you can find them on our Discord channel. This script is monitoring the stocks for the last 30 minutes to let you know what's been moving over the last 30 minutes. This column here immediately lets you know when the buyers or sellers come in from the stocks on this column. So when you see these numbers clicking away and they're rising, you click on them. Then you come over here and confirm that there's enough volume in this stock to get in and out safely. Once you see it is, we look for this crossover on the moving averages. This is the 5 and the 13. Once you have the crossover and these arrows start coming in, you'll see a bullish signal up here. So this label is monitoring the current candle to let you know if it's still bullish or bearish. Down here in the volume label, we're monitoring the entire volume of this stock, and it lets you know if there's more buyers or sellers in this stock. So to do this quickly, you confirm, hey, this one's clicking, it's going, we click on it, we quickly confirm we have arrows in a crossover, a green label and a green label, and that we have the volume to support us to get in and out. You can do it in a matter of seconds after you learn this system. It's not complicated. Once the stock takes off, we wait for a pullback before we enter, and we play the next run up. Hopefully we catch the second run. That's where most of the money is. And hopefully it'll run forever. We've had them do that as well, from $3.75 all the way to $60 one morning. If you haven't joined our Discord or my YouTube channel, here's the link to YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. That's how I make a few dollars for giving all this information away. Let the infomercials play. If you view them, I make a little bit more. I'm giving all of this away because I want to help investors to become profitable even in a bad market. There's very few to choose from. We don't have to search for them. They automatically pop up here. Like ABVC, it popped up while I was talking. That happens every time. You probably could have caught it sooner than me because I'm doing a demo. So you see the confirmation here, you see the crossover, you see the arrows, you see the green up here, but you see negative volume, so you have to be careful at this point. You would wait on a pullback, mark the levels as they happen, like we're waiting for this stock to turn around. And we would mark the upper level and the low of the pullback and play the second entry on this stock. So in the description of the YouTube video, you'll find a link to our Discord. That's where you get all of these scripts. Subscribe to Discord and head over to the how-to videos. And view videos 8 and 9 if you're unfamiliar with Discord or unfamiliar with how to install these scripts, labels, and indicators. While you're in Discord, you have to accept the disclaimer if you don't see any channels. All of these files are located in current setup after you watch the how-to videos. A nice little run going on over here on ABVC. Maybe we'll get a pullback here in this area. Or maybe not. It's going to keep going, it looks like. Must have played it before. There's already a resistance level coming up. So anyway, back to Discord in my demo. Once you're in Discord, the files are located in current setup. Watch the how-to videos on how to install them or how to operate Discord. If you have any issues, leave us a question. In our support department, you have to click ticket support, then click on the ticket number and leave me a message, and I'll get to you as soon as I can. Also visit the trading floor with Gregster and River Place Dad, doing their due diligence on stocks and posting them as they happen during the day. They do a good job at finding stocks. Give them a visit. It may be profitable to you. Over in Options Traders, we have a bunch of options people trading. We have It's Me Bob. I think he's out of town at the moment, but he occasionally gives a live stream. Takes you a little bit further in depth on options. We also have a large cap channel and a futures channel. So join us, communicate, talk to other investors, learn this system, become profitable. Watch the live streams every morning, 5 days a week, 6 a.m. to 9:30 Central Standard Time. And I'll teach you how to use these indicators and how to trade with them. Thank you for joining us this morning. As we wait on stocks to come to us. We are having a pullback here. That was a pretty good strong run for this stock. Hopefully y'all made a bunch of money while I was talking. MY, if you don't know how to install scripts and labels and indicators, watch videos 8 and 9 in how-to videos. We did have a minor pullback on this stock. I don't know if I want to mark it or not. It wasn't a true pullback. Looks like we're going to break another level, and we have another resistance level right above it. Sonia, we're always watching the spread. Let's say it was the spread was 10 cents and it was red up here. If I were to buy 1,000 shares of a stock and we have a red 10 cents up here, I immediately lost $100. I'll be starting negative in my purchase. So you have to set your spread limit. Like, I don't want to overpay when the spread is this many pennies higher than the actual price. And you can set this limit over in your studies in this V4 script. And you do that by clicking Edit Studies, and you click this little gear icon, and you'll see right down here is the spread limit. I have mine currently set at 9 cents, so if the stock exceeds a 9-cent spread, this indicator will turn red and let me know it's over my limit. Still going on ABVC. Currently up 245%. So be careful. Don't try to buy the top of the level. Didn't really get a pullback on it for me to enter, or I would have. When they just keep going, I've learned not to click the mouse button because the minute I do, they turn red and run down. I prefer to wait on a pullback. Sometimes I'm wrong in that decision, but most of the time I'm right. This one is flying. It is putting out the profits, but now we're almost at 280%. Probably nearing a top. still going on ABVC. If you like gambling, this would be the gamble right here. I know the profit takers are going to kick in here any minute. Dusty, real quickly, right click on your Momo edit formula. Make sure this box is checked right here, extended hours. Right click, edit formula, check that box. See you later, Jimmy. Have a blessed one. Was a nice little run for the off hours. Like this stock took off at, I guess it took off at 7:30, which is rare. It's usually the top of the hour when things take off. Was a beautiful run up though. Wish I would have caught it earlier, but I was rattling my jaw again. Gonna have to mute somebody's mic here. I'll unmute you later. JC, it could have popped in on mine at that price as well. Sometimes they can trickle up so slow that it doesn't trigger any indicators, and then all of a sudden they trigger. You don't catch all of them, but you catch most of them. Luckily, mine probably refreshed at the right time, but I think mine even refreshed in this area here. So if you haven't hit the like button, please do. It helps me out on YouTube, and they put me out there a little bit more. We need to attract other brother and sister traders. We need to help them out. By you hitting that like button helps me out, and you might help them out as well. Bro Joe, I always play with numbers. My scripts are probably not like most people's. I'm constantly trying to fine tune something. So if everyone wants to change theirs as well, right click on Momo and change this number right here to 2000. And what you're telling it to do is that over 30-minute period, if the stock trades at least 2,000 shares, to give it a score. Five works just fine. I mean, might even want to test it at 1,000. Just play with the numbers till it makes you happy. That's what I do. Good morning, old thumb. I did question ThinkorSwim about that refresh. I do know a programmer that can write a Windows script that will click that button for you every so many minutes or seconds. But then when I confronted ThinkorSwim, they say that once you click it more than once, it's not going to refresh for you anyway. So they kind of got it set up to where it's going to be 5 minutes, and that's what we want it to be. You can click that button as many times as you want, but you're going to get the same results. So constantly clicking the scan button is not going to help you. I think trading is pretty nice when your computer's doing all the work for you. When you had scripts that's searching for your next purchase. That list is getting really long now. More stocks are moving over the last 30 minutes. That's what this is. So if they're moving even just a little bit, you're going to know. Doesn't mean they have the appropriate volume until you see this bullish thing kick in. But if you click down lower in the list, you may can catch a lower bottom before the run up. Thank you, Ford, for that info. Probably doesn't make a lot of sense to some people, but it makes sense to me. If you don't know, I am partially blind. My right eye only has about 10% vision, so I created this bid and ask script so I could see it. Because I couldn't read these little numbers up here. And I couldn't adjust my spread. This makes it easier for me to see it. Good morning, Picker. I tried to reach you several times, but you didn't answer. Thank you, Marilyn and Melanie. Habanero, the relative volume lets you know how many times higher the volume is compared to previously. So if this number said 1, it would be 100 times more than yesterday's volume, or maybe 100 times more than the previous candle. It all depends on how the stock is trading. I've seen this number get pretty high, and it will change colors the higher it gets. So it pretty much lets you know, hey, there's more people trading this stock today than there was previously. ABVC is now channeling, squeezing, consolidating, whatever word you want to use at this level. We can go ahead and mark it. When we see a stock doing this at the upper level, the resistance level, the chances of it gapping up are higher. If it were channeling down here on the support level, the chances of it going down are higher. So eventually it may break through and run up some more. It may be setting up for market open. It may channel like this all the way to market open. Picker, make sure you have your mic off during the day. I was listening to your volcano comments yesterday while you were on the phone. I wasn't eavesdropping on you. You were publicly announcing your phone call. If you don't know how to turn your mic off, it's in the bottom left corner of Discord. Just click on it till you see an X on it or a red dash, whatever pops up. I won't tell them what else I heard. No, I'm just kidding. You did a good job. You kept it clean. Hope you guys are safe over there. Y'all deal with volcanoes, we deal with hurricanes. We're in that quiet zone. We're up here at 8 o'clock. This happens every morning. Since we're in the quiet zone, I always take a 10-minute break here, so I shall return in 10 minutes. Okay, I have returned. Thank you for that comment, Double Dare. Good morning, Lab Expedia. Picker, if you need assistance, you can right-click on my name in Discord. My name is Up2Bucks. Right-click on my name, leave me a message when the time is convenient, and if I'm available, I'll give you a call and help you out. I'll call you through Discord. Plus, I like meeting new people. I'm a people person. Well, if you look at it as it's just a bunch of separate chat rooms, that's all it really is. They all just have different names. They're just different rooms. Yeah, you can call anybody through Discord. It's just like a phone service. IP phone service. So if you right click on their name, you can select call. Then it'll ask you if you're ready to call them, and you say yes or no. Good morning, Vaughn. Roderick. Double Dare, I need to know which one you're talking about. I don't know which link you're talking about. Is it an indicator? Is it the Discord to subscribe? Is it... There's 1,000 things it could be. Which URL seems to be broken? You are welcome, Johnny. Pleasure's all mine. Double dare. So try clicking on the link first, then copying it from the top of the browser window that pops up. If it does go to the browser, the link is not broken. In about 10 minutes, we'll set up for market open. So if you haven't hit the like button for me, please do so. Help me make a cup of coffee. Good morning, David, Dwayne. Sometimes when people just copy the link, they end up grabbing an extra space there and it defaults on them. I like to say click on the link and copy it from the top of the URL. It usually works to fix the issue. So ABVC should be one that you have in your personal watch list. Because at market open, that's probably the one we're going to be watching. In about 5 minutes, we'll set up for market open. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move this scan up here And I'll select another scan for down here. David, it is not. Right click on the name, go to edit properties. Make sure this box is checked right here. Include extended hours. Right click, edit formula, check the box. Click apply and OK. And if you didn't catch the tip that Ford gave us last week, if you still see NAN in this column when there's no numbers, you can right click on volume spike, edit formula, and right down here where it says else, put a space between these two quotes. And that'll get rid of the NAN. You right click on the column heading name, edit formula, and check this box. Apply and OK. You're welcome, Money Man. Thanks to Mr. Ford. He's the one that figured out what I couldn't figure out. I was looking for semicolons, periods, dashes. I wasn't looking to enter a space. Sometimes you overlook the simplest things. You're welcome, David. All right, let's go ahead and change over to, we're going to put this all stock scan up here at the top. And this scan's available on Discord. There's really nothing to it. I will show it to you while we have time. I don't have anything in that scan other than the price. And you should have the price range you want to trade. So all it is I have mark selected, 25 cents and no maximum. This is very critical. Make sure it's sorted by volume descending. It's actually not even a scan. It's just pulling up the price range of those stocks. Anything above 25 cents. You should set it to the price range you can afford to trade. Because there's no sense in you filtering through things that you have no reason to be filtering through. You're not going to buy them, so why monitor them? When something does pop up in your list, you know you can afford it. So down here, I'm going to put the new scan that I've been testing or trying to test. The market has not been cooperating for me to test it. This one has many more stocks, many more numbers. Looking further down the list, and it's keeping the stocks that have moved over the last 3 minutes. Up here, they pop in and disappear. Down here, they pop in, and if they're still moving, they'll stay here for a while. I'm trying to test this enough to release it by the weekend, but it's not looking good. I need a couple of green days, not all red days. Thank you, Money Man. Every little bit helps. I do have expenses to keep this stuff going. About 2 minutes to go. If you haven't been here for market open, this column's going to get very volatile. You'll see waves come in and it'll go black. More waves come in and it'll go black. It'll keep doing that till the market calms down. I'll be monitoring the top 3 stocks, maybe 4. The top 3 because we only usually have 1 or 2 moving that are really good to purchase. So monitor the top ones on your computer. Try to find you a position to enter. I won't be buying the first green candle at market open. May not even buy the second green candle. If I see one taking off, I will wait on a pullback and enter at the low of that pullback. I don't chase green candles. I don't suggest anybody do that. It's a gamble play. I've been stung many times by that big red one right behind it. So I prefer to wait on pullbacks. That was the reason of creating this setup. Sometimes I miss them, sometimes I don't. And when I don't, I feel really good because I was confident in the setup. Jim, I've just been trading stocks all my life. I've perfected trading stocks. I tried options. I've done futures. My niche was right here in stocks, and here we go. So we're going to see a lot of volume spikes, probably a lot of negativity. It looks like the SPY is going to head downwards. I'm watching these top ones up here. We want to see the ones crawling up, making it to the top. This is Plug making a run up. It's making its way to the top of the list. Let's see if it can maintain and hold the price. The SPY is kind of holding equal. Come on, give us a pullback. Need a bigger pullback than that. Looking like it might run up from here. Didn't get much of a pullback on it. That's Plug. Let's take a look at another one. PXMD, MULN. Go back to Plug. See if we can get a pullback out of it. Nice volume, nice steady volume. Looks like it's going to keep going. Not a whole lot of money. This is about 10 cents in this area. They'll probably sell off here in a minute because it's not going up. The buyers will give up if they can't raise the price. And once they sell off, other buyers come in and try to raise it. So that's going to be the high right there. I'd like to see a pullback about where my mouse is. Not seeing anything else over on the watch list. Looks like the volume is dying off on this one. They are now giving up on it. That's the low so far. That's about the zone I said I wanted it to come down to. Looks like that's going to be the support zone. Let's see if other sellers also drop it. Not too promising. I'm seeing red in the V spike column towards the top. Seeing the SPY taking a small dip. This one's probably a lost cause. Probably not going to recover. Volume has died. It was up in the 200,000 range. That last bar volume was 131. But we could get a bounce from 640 to 650, but is it really worth the investment? I wouldn't think so. You can see the volumes fading out and coming back. MULN struggling. PXMD sold off. MPW selling off. Some green coming back in. Really want to see these percentages up there in the 5s, 8s, 10s, 30s. We've seen some 30s in here on good days. Right now, they're all little numbers. Not much hope for today. As always, the money's been in pre-market for the last several months. After market opens, it's really slim chance of catching one that's good, especially after 9 o'clock. So if you can't find anything here, don't try to force a play. That's where you lose money. Don't take any wild guesses. Let the play set up. Don't try to create one. That's where you get in trouble. SPY has a big red candle working. Market's calming down. People are giving up. Old thumb, the volume is a lot different over and after hours. It's a lot harder to trade. It looks easy, but there's no guarantee of volume or direction. So they're gambling plays. I have made money there, but I've lost money there as well. It's not like pre-market where everybody's prepped and ready. Mainly after hours is directly after the market closes. Those first 10 minutes after is where you're going to make your money. And if you use your pre-market scan, the moment that the market closes, it'll pull those stocks up for you. So this turns off when the market opens, and it turns back on after market closes. That would be the pre-market scan that I'm describing, not this all stocks. It's time sensitive before market open and after market closes. AGNC. So this would have been the pullback. This would have been the high of the body of the candle. That's only 6 cents right there. So in this case, I would wait for the stock to rise, come back down and retest 727 for the bounce up. But the way the market looks, that's probably not going to happen. MULN, a cheaper stock, making those small gains and pulling back and running up again. Not in my price range. MPW pulled back, having trouble getting back up. AGNC, very low volume currently. BBD, paying out pennies. And how I know that is by I'm watching these numbers here, 286 and 288. Cody, this one down here is monitoring the stocks through a scan. So it's scanning for these numbers, where these numbers up here are live and they're being created as the market happens. This one scans for those numbers that over the last 3 minutes, and it monitors them for about 3 minutes. Because sometimes they'll pop in up here and disappear, and they'll stay down here, and we can watch if it's going to rise later in the day or minute. Yesterday, even this scan only had a few numbers in Momo. It got that bad. So in a good market, these two are to keep you happy all day long. So MULN should probably still be rising slowly. It's staying at the top of both watch lists. Kind of awful when a 32-cent stock is the best performer this morning. This is MPW we were watching earlier. I gave up on it. But it did bounce off of there. Did have a nice little pullback before the next run up to this resistance level. About 15 cents, 18 cents between the two lines. See you later, Raphael. Have a blessed day. SPY is kind of bouncing around in the open price range when it opened at market open. Not doing up or down. Well, it is, but back and forth. No plays so far at market open, unless you happen to stick and watch this one and play that 15 cents. I had given up on it. Currently not hardly anything happening. Very low percentage numbers, ones and under one. Stock's kind of just creeping up. Not really a lot of buyers to drive them up. I don't like trading when the volume is that slow. MULN still in the top position. Waiting for something to wake up. Something more than the trickle effect. Closer we get to 9 a.m., the less chance we have of anything happening. Cody, I don't think I have a preferred number. I just like clicking from the bottom and working my way up in a good market. Of course, the best number is always going to be at the top. That's going to be your plays, first 2 or 3. But I like to try to catch them down here lower and get a better entry price. This morning's not cooperating. We're not getting high percentages in the volume spike. We're getting very low percentages. So the higher number is going to tell you the best performers. See you later, old thumb. Mara making a move. It keeps bouncing between $9 and $8. Already has a resistance level set. This whole run was nothing but 20 cents. And that's a long time to hold on for 20 cents. Because we have no volume in the market. This stock's normally $14. I used to trade it for its dollar swings daily. But it's been beaten down over the last years. I'm sure it'll come back because it always bounces back up. But the movement is too slow for me to day trade it. Volume's dying even more. SPY is now going negative. MULN still holding that top spot. PXMD kind of doing the same thing as MULN, paying out the pennies at a time over a longer period of time. Nothing I want to throw money at, too cheap for me. I'll wait for better times. Good job, Danish. Once you learn, if you'll put me in the background and concentrate on your trading, it's very easy to make a profit. You still have the risk. You're still going to lose some. Just cut the losses really quick. We have a pretty high rating, though, when we do the pullback setup. Very seldom do they fail. Daniel, if you come here each morning and watch me work the numbers, you'll pick up on that very easily. We're struggling today because the market really in bad shape. The SPY's falling. We don't have very many choices. But if you can get here at 5:55 a.m. Central Time for pre-market open, you'll watch me work these numbers and work these pullbacks. It's not a specific number I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is volume increases. This column here is only tracking the stocks for me. This one is telling me if they're moving up or down. So naturally, the higher the numbers, the better the stock is moving. But once they get up to this point, they may have already moved more than you'd like to see because you'd want to get in a little bit lower. So you have to really pay attention to what's going on in these two columns and try to catch them as soon as they start spiking. So it's not about a certain number, it's about the trigger of the spike. I used to have the paid subscription service till I created these two scans, these two codes. They're not really scans, they're just watching out. I was paying that $800 a year to have one stock called out at a time. This one allows me to have multiple choice and to monitor several stocks at the same time. Just like this one here, which is the one we're on. Well, I don't know what's going on with my ThinkorSwim, but I'm clicking on things and my chart's not changing. Can you guys still hear me? Am I still connected? I can't get any activity off of my ThinkorSwim. This is why I want to change over to Linux. I think Windows also has issues. Maybe they're pre-programming it. So they can monitor everybody. But I'm stuck. I can't do anything. I'm going to reboot my ThinkorSwim. Your screen's going to go black for a minute. Let me see if that helped. Yes, it did. This kind of stuff is really upsetting. If you're trading financial, you're spending your money, you shouldn't have issues like this. Had I been in a trade, that could have cost me thousands. They need to get it together. I think Windows has a lot to do with it. I don't have these issues on Linux systems. Steve, I do that regularly. I've been on here so long, I know every little thing about ThinkorSwim. So when I have an issue, I really have an issue because I'm on top of this thing every day. Linux is a different operating system. You have to really know about their coding to run it. It's kind of click and point, just like Windows, but the install of programs, you're limited. You can't install Windows-based programs. I mean, there is a way around it, but I don't have any concern about using Windows programs. Pretty much everything is replaceable in Linux format. Even the Microsoft Word platform, they have an alternative. Linux is more stable. It's not continually running, even though it's on. Your computer won't use any resources or processor if you're not doing anything on your computer. It'll just be in a neutral position. No spyware running, nothing monitoring your computer. It's just more stable, doesn't require an antivirus. Because in Linux, anything you do, you put in a password. If you want to install a program, you put in a password. And that's really all it takes to get rid of an antivirus, is to have a password before anything is installed. Linux does have some viruses, but they're so rare, I've never ever seen one. Plus, I don't have to worry about Windows wanting to do an update right in the middle of my work process. I'm also having trouble with it going to sleep. It goes to sleep when it wants to, even though I have it don't go to sleep ever. If I walk away within 3 minutes, it's asleep. Then when I try to wake it back up, my windows on different monitors are scattered. It's just an awful system. I'm fed up with it. And it's been like that for years. It's never been perfect. Habanero, I'm always using these 4 windows. I don't like anything sending my information, tracking what I do every moment of the day on my computer. And I recently found out, if you have Google on your phone, that they are recording all of your phone calls. You just don't know it. I saw a video on that recently where a guy found messages and phone calls he made 5 years ago. Some of them are only in text format, but he recalled the conversations. They are detached, habanero. I'm sure that all of you have noticed. I've actually did a test with my daughter one time where we were just talking, our phones were on our hips, and we started talking about something off the wall deliberately, like, hey, wouldn't you like to have a purple beach ball with yellow stripes? And my daughter would reply, yes, I would love to have a purple beach ball with yellow stripes. And we kept that conversation going for a couple of minutes. So the very next time my wife was on Facebook, there's an ad for a yellow and purple beach ball. So you can't tell me they're not monitoring every word you say all day long. So it looks like the market died. You too, JC. Have a blessed one. Looks like the party's over for this morning. Picker, we're going to talk through Discord, not through ThinkorSwim. I'll be able to display ThinkorSwim on a screen in front of you through that phone call. Jacob, it's another platform we use. That's where all the traders meet. You can find the description to it, and the description, I can actually post it here. Just make sure, if you're not familiar with Discord, that you watch video number 9 and how-to videos. It'll give you the basics of Discord. It's mainly just a modified chat platform. Different channels, I call them different chat windows. That's the link to it. Make sure you accept the disclaimer if you sign up, so you will see the channels. And we leave it on all day long. Most of us do anyway. I know I do. I have it on my phone as well, and when somebody makes a comment on Discord, I also get notified on my phone. And they do have it in Linux format. That's why I'm not worried about changing over. We have ThinkorSwim in Linux format. Kirby, I just keep it on my mouse. So hit your drawing tab up here at the top. Mine's different because my screen's all crunched up. Hit your drawing tab, go to drawing tools, and it's this second one with a $ with the line under it. You select that one and your mouse turns into a pencil. Then you can just double click wherever you need to set your support and resistance levels. So if you ever want to get it off of your mouse, and there will be instances where you want it off your mouse, go back to your drawing thing, drawing tools, and select this arrow right here, and it'll be gone. So Discord is where everything lives, all the scripts, all the conversation, all the investors, all of the scans, all of the support, all of the communication resides on Discord. YouTube is mainly the platform where I launch something new or give new instruction. So all the subscribers come through YouTube. They catch one of the videos. If it perks their interest, they join Discord. David, you need to reduce your scan down to 50. So if you click your scan tab, go to any of your scans, and you'll see at the bottom, it'll say show. Reduce them to 50. You're trying to process too much data. These scripts work off of live data. They're pulling in a lot of information continuously. If you try to load too many stocks, it can't keep up. Dusty, I like using Linux Mint. It's a lightweight system, not hard to learn. Point and click. Watch a couple videos, you'll learn it real quick. If I were you, I would try it on an alternate computer first. Don't wipe out your system trying it. It may be something you cannot operate. And again, it may be something you love. So just watch videos on how to install Linux Mint and all of the Linux platforms are basically the same internally. It's kind of like many people reinvented the wheel. They took the same software and made it look like they wanted to look and made it function like they wanted it to function. It's called open source. You can modify the source code, create your own distro out of it. It's very good to learn Linux. Microsoft can't just send you a message and shut you down. Jacob, I've never used Webull. I've been with ThinkorSwim since the 90s. So I really can't comment on it. I used to get information from everywhere, just like most people did. Now I only rely on this setup. Kind of erased all of the other opinions out of my mind. Concentrate solely on one thing and perfect it. That's what I've done. Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez. You have a blessed day. Thank you, Wayne. If it's your first time here, I'll be signing off at 9:30, maybe sooner if I get bored enough. Not seeing much happening this morning. The SPY is falling again, just like yesterday. Hopefully it won't go as far. For the shorters, I'm sure they're loving it. But you're just beating it down in the dirt even further. Think about that. You're helping break the economy. That's my guilty feeling with shorting. Find there's a time and place for everything. If everything was going up, I wouldn't mind shorting the drops back down. But since everything's been going down, I'm not going to drive them down even further. Thank you, David. See you later, David. Have a blessed day. Thank you, Mike. I have nothing to hide and lots to share. Thank you, Miller Time Man. It can be done. It's a little tough in this market. I've been up in those categories myself. But since I started this Discord and this plan, I kind of backed off on my trading because we're in a lousy market. But I do play the ones that really rock it when they do occur. I'm kind of not trading to my full capacity. I'm just kind of kicking back until better times. So I'm picking wisely, so to speak. I know there's better days to come. You may have heard me mention earlier, we rode a stock from $3.75 to $60 one morning, probably 3 months ago. Of course, none of us got the whole run. Most of us were in so much of a shock. They've never seen a stock do that. I managed to pull out about $6,000 in 10 minutes. Other traders were knocking out 20,000 in the same amount of time. But I was trying to teach and trade at the same time, but I did get a good profit out of it. Those days will come back. We just need a better market for it to happen. Martina, did you watch are you on Discord? If you're on Discord, you can watch the how-to video. I walk you right through getting them on your computer. I can't really explain it any better than that video. Video number 8, I believe, in how-to videos on Discord. I think it's going to turn around when we get rid of this administration. I think there's going to be a rally like you've never seen. That's providing we don't have a bunch of trouble after the change of this administration. Martina, I can get on a phone call with you through Discord if you have a microphone and headset or just a microphone and speakers. I believe I have one call already with the guy in Hawaii. I can ring your Discord when I'm done with him, walk you through it. It won't take that long. So if you hear your Discord ring and answer, it'll be me. Just be ready for that call. Over in Discord, Martina, right click on up $2 and send me a message as a reminder. I'm going to take a 15-minute break after I end this live stream. Get caught up on some support tickets, if there's any. Make any pre-scheduled calls, and then I'll be calling you. Martina, I do not see your message. What's your name on Discord? I'll send you one. So if you right-click on my name and hit the word message, you should be able to send me a notice. And I'm called up $2. Your computer will ring, just like a phone call. Martina, I sent you a message. I'm going to sign off here. My time has expired. Thank you, everyone who joined us today. Hope to see you back tomorrow morning. And always have a very blessed day. Hope you learned a little bit. I know I did. Because every time I teach you, I refresh my own memory, and that always helps an old feller. So have a blessed day. God bless. I'll see you guys tomorrow.